All right, Mr. Sprague, you're charged with indecent exposure. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you a 12-month deferred. This is the type of probation that if you successfully complete it, you do not end up with a conviction on your record. And
Before we even get into the details, pay close attention to how the judge handles this case. Judges like Justin Fleischer are known for something very specific. They don't just hand out rulings, they explain consequences. And in cases like this, the difference between a mistake and a criminal record can literally shape the next decade of someone's life. So watch closely, because what looks like a simple misdemeanor hearing is about to become a serious life crossroads.
Because this is a type of offense where a second conviction requires a 10-year registration requirement under Chapter 62, which is, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
And I'm telling you, when you have to register under this chapter, it is a very, very difficult thing to maintain.
Yes, Judge.
As part of the agreement, you must do a TRAS, which is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need.
This moment right here is critical. The judge isn't exaggerating. A second conviction for this type of offense can trigger mandatory registration requirements in many jurisdictions. And that changes everything. We're talking about restrictions on where you can live, where you can work, and even where you can travel. So here's a question for you watching. Do you think people fully understand these consequences when they take plea deals like this?
Fulfill them. You will do no drugs, no alcohol, 10 hours of community service, $100 donation to the Houston Area Women's Center, and no harassing, threatening, or abusive contact with
Samaya and Sarge.
If you violate this agreement, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. I'm going to put you in jail. I'm going to bring you back out, and we are going to talk about whether you violated this agreement. If you did, you're looking at 180 days in jail. Do you understand?
Yes, Judge.
So you're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you enter into this agreement, you are stuck with us until you complete it.
This is the part people underestimate. Deferred probation sounds lenient, almost like getting off easy. But legally speaking, it's a tightrope. One violation, missing meetings, failing a test, contacting someone you're not supposed to, and suddenly that second chance turns into real jail time. The judge is basically saying, I'm giving you the door out, but if you trip, it slams shut.
Or unless you get revoked. The way that you behaved while you were on bond for this case is unacceptable. And if you think that you're going to do the same thing while you're on probation, just got to be careful. Do you understand?
Really quick, on bond, he was compliant. It was the only reason he missed court was because of my mistake.
But you need to know. I mean, it is your responsibility to also know, right? We rarely close, you know, we're always open like Costco, man, you know?
All right. Yes, Judge.
But that's why I'm not putting you into custody now. Otherwise, right, you would be staying with us. What do you do with yourself these days?
Contract work, but since my boss is retiring, I'm actually looking for a steady income instead. So applying for everything.
So are you actually working now as what?
Yeah, just been helping with the fences, most all those fences going down, just building fences.
It's a great occupation. I'll tell you what, fencing, you can make a ton of money. If you do a good job, you put your heart, soul into it, you do well, your name will spread like wildfire. And I'm telling you, building fences is just crazy expensive. I mean, who knew? Right, so you can, if you do well, you can make a lot of money, you know? So what kind of income do you have now?
At the moment, not too much because my boss is retiring, which is why I was looking for actual steady income, honestly, because my boss was the one that was helping me out a bunch, but he's hitting 75 and he's kind of done with it, you know, so.
Okay, so you can reduce it to the minimum. Okay, so how do you plead to this offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I will not find you guilty. I'll withhold that for 12 months. If you do well, if you get everything done quick, I'll take you off in half the time as a reward. We want you to do well. And if you do well, get everything done, and you're nice to everybody, I'll take you off in half the time. All right? Okay, man. Good luck to you.
Thank you,
Okay.
Judge.
Thank you, Connors.
Courtroom.
Hey, good morning.
Excuse me, you step forward.
Did you say Herrera?
Yes, Judge.
You're Moises Herrera.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Herrera, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
On November 24th, 2024, the officer conducted a traffic stop on the defendant's motor vehicle after observing it stopped at a red light in the opposite lane of traffic. Upon contact with the defendant, the officer observed him to have red, watery eyes, slow, slurred speech, and a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage. The officer also observed an open bottle of tequila in the driver's seat back pocket, and the defendant admitted to drinking. And
just like that, we move from one life-changing case straight into another. Notice something about these hearings. They move fast. Each defendant might only get a few minutes in front of the judge, but the decisions made here can ripple through their lives for years.
Are you trying
Next
to
up,
tell me that
a
he's consuming
DWI case,
alcohol while
and
he's
the
driving?
evidence the officer collected is about to matter a lot.
Pocket behind. Standard field sobriety tests were performed. HGN 6 out of 6. Walk and turn 5 out of 8. One leg stand 3 out of 4. The DIC was red and the defendant consented to breath. The results were 0.141 and 0.130.
Okay. Are you trying to tell me that he's consuming alcohol while he's driving?
There's no indication that it was in the pocket behind the driver's seat.
I see. All right. Mr. Herrera, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Tell me, how old are you, sir? What do you do for a living? I see that you have a lawyer, correct?
Right.
Okay. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, I will put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a valid Texas driver license?
Yes, I do.
He's eligible, Your Honor.
You have liability insurance in your name.
Of course.
You have car insurance. All right. Good. Good job. So I'm going to have you sign a receipt. Victoria will have you meet with Fleischer for your bond conditions, and then we'll just have you take a seat and wait for your lawyer to arrive. Okay? Please.
Johnson, page 19. Fleischer.
Good morning, Ms. Johnson. Ma'am, you were charged with assault, bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, sir. The officer was dispatched to a service in Harris County, Texas. The complainant and the first witness, the complainant's mother, stated that the defendant had been texting and posting on.
Did you catch that? The judge just hinted at something huge. When a weapon, even a small blade, gets involved in an assault, the charge can escalate dramatically. What might start as a misdemeanor can suddenly become aggravated assault, which is a felony. That's years in prison territory. So the judge's reaction here isn't just surprise, it's him recognizing how serious this situation could have been.
The complainant and defendant were inside an apartment when the fight began. The witness stated that she observed the defendant to have a small, sharp blade in between her knuckles when hitting the complainant. The defendant punched the complainant in the face, causing lacerations and pain. The defendant told the officers that the complainant believed that the defendant was with the complainant's ex-boyfriend, which is what started the fight.
And it's just an assault?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Johnson, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm shocked that it's not an aggravated assault. Let me tell you, I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to be in possession of any weapons and not to have contact with the complaining witness in this case. Do you understand? Yes or no?
Yes.
I want you to understand that I'm going to do everything in my power to protect the public and every single person in it. And if that means locking you up and putting the bond extremely high, I will do it in a heartbeat. Do you understand?
Yes.
We are going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. So I'm first going to have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. After that, I'm going to have you take a seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it, and then you'll be on your way. Do not have contact with this complaining witness. Do you understand, ma'am? No more warnings. You will get no more warnings from us.
Next judge is page 20. Jones, DeMarcus.
Good morning, Mr. Jones. Sir, you are charged with possession of marijuana. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On November 24th, 2024, officer conducted a traffic stop on the defendant's vehicle after observing it to fail to signal when changing lanes. Upon contact with the vehicle, the officer observed a strong odor of marijuana. The defendant was the driver of the vehicle, and there were 3 other occupants. A PC search of the vehicle revealed 2 bags containing 31.33 grams of marijuana within the reach of defendant's wingspan. The 3 other occupants of the vehicle denied ownership of the marijuana.
He's in the box. Yeah, if you want to take him out, I haven't done probable cause, so we need him. Just don't. Yeah, you can take him out, but just bring him back. Okay, Mr. Jones, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Do you have a Texas driver license, sir? You are not allowed to drive. I don't care what your reason is. I don't care where you're going. I don't care what you have to do. Mother Teresa needs to ride to church. I don't care. Do not drive. You will be signing an affidavit with me today, promising me you're not going to drive. Do you understand? You can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. Don't do it. Here's the other kicker. You're on bond for a felony theft case. It's very possible with this new case that you picked up, they revoke the bond and issue a felony warrant.
Sir. Take your hood off.
All right, Mr. Jones, I'm going to have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. I'm going to get you to Victoria. We're going to have you sign a reset. After that, you'll get out of here. When you come back, please have a lawyer, sir.
All right, judge, page 20 and 21. Jones, Jared.
Jared Jones. Mr. Jones, you're charged with assault, bodily injury. You're also charged with criminal mischief. On the assault, you're facing a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. And on the criminal mischief, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
On November 23rd, 2024, officers were dispatched to an assault injury report call at a residence in Harris County, Texas. Upon arrival, the officers met with the complainant, who stated the defendant was watching her kids. When the complainant went to pick up her kids and went to the witness's house, the defendant became angry. The complainant did not take care. The complainant stated that when the defendant had arrived at the witness's residence, he was taking off his clothes in the driveway, trying to fight her. The defendant then approached her motor vehicle and struck it with his right arm, breaking her passenger front window, costing approximately $200 to repair. After the complainant pushed the defendant away from her vehicle, the defendant began striking her in the face with a closed fist 5 times. The complainant stated she felt pain, and the officer observed the complainant's rear or front passenger window to be shattered and observed the defendant's right forearm to have a minor incision from the glass of the window.
Mr. Jones, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have contact with this person. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm also ordering you not to be in possession of any weapons.
Yes, sir.
What is the relationship between these two? Do you know, Alex?
Let me see.
So, Mr. Jones, we are going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. I will first have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. I'm then going to have you take a seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it, and then you'll be on your way. You already have 2 cases now. Don't pick up a third. If I find that you're a danger to my public, I'm going to put you in jail. You will not get more PR bonds. Do you understand, sir?
Your Honor, they're just friends.
All right. Come on. Can you file no contact and no weapons charge?
Lockridge, page 24.
Okay. All right. Good morning, Mr. Lockridge.
Hey.
So you're charged with terroristic threat. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On November 20th, 2024, the officer was dispatched to a group home in Harris County, Texas. Upon arrival, the officer spoke with the complainant, who advised that after her and the defendant, another resident of the home, got into a verbal argument, the defendant told him, "I'm going to fuck you up." The complainant stated the defendant then went outside, grabbed a bed frame, and stated he would tear this place up. The complainant advised he was not in fear, but advised he would like to pursue charges because he perceived the statement as a threat.
He's not in fear.
Yes.
You know? All right. I'm going to find no probable cause on your case, Mr. Lockridge, but be careful. You know, when you get upset and you say things that you really don't mean, they can get you in a lot of trouble, right? Have patience. It's not hard. And if you get upset, walk away, find another release. But sticks and stones may bring you back to us, and you don't want to come back here. All right? Okay, man, just take a seat for me, okay? Please. Please.
Next judge is Escobar Tobar, page 13.
So I was, come on up. I was going to do a deeper dive on it to see whether there's probable cause. It's the first time I've seen something like this.
Yeah, same here, Judge.
Do you mind do you have somewhere else to go?
I do.
Can you go do that and just come back maybe
Yes,
in
sir.
like an hour? Let me blow through all the arraignments and then
No
we'll
problem.
sit.
I'm gonna just let my client know and I'll be right back.
Yeah, I mean, I want to open the code. Let's go through it and take time, you know? Yeah, okay, sure.
All right, Judge.
Um,
Counsel, do you have an arraignment? Okay. Page
I know who
25.
you're here on.
Galvin?
I'd like to do the arraignments real quick, then I'll help you out.
Straight House, 25. McAlpin, Straight House?
Mr. McAlpin, you're charged with criminal trespass. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On November 24th, 2024, the officer was dispatched to a residence in Harris County, Texas, in reference to an indecent exposure call. And upon arrival, the officer met with the complainant, who stated that he observed the defendant inside his property without pants and underwear on. The complainant stated that he observed the defendant dry hump the air and roll around on the dirt. The complainant also advised he observed the front driver's side door of his motor vehicle to be open and observed his credit card missing and his in-car charger to be damaged. The defendant was the only person inside of the property at the time of discovery.
Trespass of what?
Yeah, it's fled, Your Honor.
Is it house? Is it car? Did I miss something?
Your Honor, it just pled as being on the property. It doesn't specify if it was a vehicle, so. The complaint just stated that the defendant was inside his property area.
Was there prior notice of him not to be there? Or, because I didn't hear you say anything about prior notice. I didn't hear anything about you saying.
Your Honor, it was just the residence, and in the case of a residence, notice is presumed, and he was.
No, we don't presume anything in the law, you know? I mean, we don't go based on hunches and read it to me again, please.
Yes, Your Honor. On November 24th, 2024, officer was dispatched to a residence in Harris County, Texas, in response to indecent exposure. The complainant stated he observed the defendant inside of his property without pants and underwear on. The complainant stated he observed the defendant dry hump the air and roll around on the dirt. The complainant also advised he observed the front driver's side door of his motor vehicle to be opened and observed the credit card missing and in-car charger to be damaged. The defendant was the only person inside of the property at the time of discovery.
Yeah, I mean, there's no prior notice that he's not supposed to be there. You didn't say anything. You didn't say anything about he's
There's
trying
no
to.
statement as to without permission. The only thing is it is a residential area, Your Honor.
All right, I'm not going to find probable cause to go forward, Mr. McAlpin, but you're on notice now. If you go back to this place, they're going to probably arrest you. Do not go back to this place. Watch out what you're doing. You're on felony deferred for a very serious crime that can give you 10 years in prison. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Behave yourself in the free world. And if you cannot, you're going to end up possibly 10 years. You understand?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Take a seat.
Thank you.
Hila Bedoy, age 26.
Hold on a second. I'm waiting for Mark. So just take a seat for me and we'll be back with you here shortly. Okay.
All right, Joe.
Hey, wait, Vic.
Page 30, Perez.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
You done already?
Yes, I appreciate that.
Quick.
Thank you very much.
Sure, of course. You are Marcos Perez. Mr. Perez, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. Is his last name spelled correctly with an S at the end, or should
Yes,
it be
Judge.
with a Z? S is correct?
Yes.
All right. Please, Alex.
One moment, Your Honor. Let me pull up the correct Perez. Okay. On November 23rd, 2024, officers conducted a traffic stop on the defendant's motor vehicle after observing it failed to maintain a single lane of traffic and almost strike other motorists. Upon contact with the defendant, the officer observed a moderate proof of alcoholic beverage. The defendant admitted to drinking 2 alcoholic beverages. Stannerfield sobriety tests were performed. HGN 4 out of 6, walk and turn 3 out of 8, 1 leg stand 2 out of 4. The DIC was read and the defendant consented to breath. The results were .094 and .089.
Any priority to be on?
Now this
Any
moment
priority to be
raises
honest?
another
No, Your
major
Honor.
legal issue,
Mr. Perez, I'm
immigration
going to find that there's
consequences.
probable cause to go
criminal
forward with the
court,
case.
A
Tell me,
conviction
are
doesn't just
are
mean
you a
fines or
United
jail
States
for some
citizen?
people. For non-citizens, it can mean detention,
Are you in this country
deportation,
with or
and
without permission?
separation from their family. Judges are required to warn defendants about this because even a relatively
You're
small
not in this
criminal
country with
case
permission.
can trigger federal immigration enforcement.
What happens if you
So
go
the
to jail?
stakes here just jumped
Don't tell him,
dramatically.
Marcos.
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Perez, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Tell me, are you a United States citizen? Are you in this country with or without permission?
No.
You're not in this country with permission.
No.
What happens if you go to jail? Don't tell him, Marcos.
Tengo familia, esposa y dos hijos.
I have a family, wife, and 2 daughters.
I don't care if Jesus lives with you, Mr. Perez. If you're not in this country with permission and you go to jail and immigration finds you, it's very possible they put an immigration detainer on you and you will be stuck in custody until this case is over with and then shipped off to immigration. If you do not want that to happen, do not violate these conditions. I'm putting conditions on your bond now. If you violate these conditions, I will put you in jail. And if you're unlucky enough, you're going to be there for an extremely long time. It takes a while to resolve this case and then shipped off to immigration where you'll sit for another 6 to 9 months. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to drive. If you do not have a Texas driver license and you do not have liability insurance, do not drive. Do you understand? I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs, and I will randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, likewise, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. You have a lawyer. Good job on having a lawyer. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with Mr. Adroge. He will tell you when you have to come back to court. If he tells me he cannot get a hold of you, likewise, we will issue a warrant for your arrest. Do you have any questions, Mr. Perez?
Sir,
I'm not asking much from you. I'm just asking you to follow the law. And if you can't, or if you come a danger to my community, I will do everything in my power to protect it. I will have you come up here, swear test that you're not going to drive. I will get you to Victoria where we will have you sign a reset. After that, you'll get with Felicia for your bond conditions. And after that, you guys are free to go.
Thank you, Judge. Appreciate it.
Good luck, guys.
Pat, Joshua, page 30.
Joshua Pack.
Sir.
Good morning, sir. So you're charged with resisting arrest. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. There's a co-defendant in this case.
Yes, Judge. And
Stop. Just don't say anything. I know tensions run high. Just,
and the co-defendant,
shh.
it has an evading in court 13.
Do you have the cause number on that one?
Yes, Judge. One
What is
moment. Cause number 253-9856.
Okay, so it looks like we've got the lower cause number. Did you get it? No, that's not right. Let me see.
It should be a JV on base.
Okay, no, I didn't.
Yeah, it's 253-9856. So it looks like we got it. Okay. So, Mr. Pack, we're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
Judge.
please.
On November 21st, 2024, the officer observed the co-defendant loitering at a gas station, not conducting business while on the patrol of the area, known to have frequent narcotics trafficking and gang activity in Harris County, Texas. The officer observed the co-defendant grabbing the waistband of his pants and clutching what appeared to be a pistol, and the officer approached the co-defendant and the occupant of the motor vehicle he was speaking to, informed the co-defendant he was going to be pat down. The co-defendant then evaded on foot for approximately 0.25 miles, where he was eventually detained. The defendant then ran up to the scene and was yelling at the officer, acting irate. The officer repeatedly had to instruct the defendant to give space for the investigation, and the defendant followed the officer on foot as the officer walked the co-defendant back to the gas station. The officer observed on surveillance the defendant to be carrying what appeared to be a handgun in his waistband and clutching it before passing it to another male. The officer went to pat down the defendant to ensure he was not still armed, and the defendant pulled his body away, stepped away, flailed his arms, and tensed his body. The officer was struck on the jaw by the defendant's flailing arms, and the officer performed a double leg takedown and instructed the defendant to stop resisting and give his arms. The defendant continued to tense his body and pull his arms away.
What was he under arrest for?
So they were attempting to perform a search at the time, a pat down for weapons because they observed him to have a firearm onto him.
Okay. All right, Mr. Pack, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm going to do it with my pen. I'm not going to put any conditions on your bond. Just be careful out there. You know, really, you're on bond for another case now. It's very possible that they use this against you. Got to be careful out there.
Yes, sir.
The only condition I want you to have is just don't have contact with the co-defendant in this case.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's it. What do you do for a living?
I'm a referral. I just quit my job from driving truck.
Why? Why'd you quit?
I just had a son. I spent my son was born on my birthday, November 22nd. I spent it in here.
How you making money?
I started my own holiday service.
Do you have an income now? Do you have an income now?
I have enough to sustain me, but I really need a lawyer.
Can you afford one? Let's do this. I'll have you fill out an application. I want to take a look at your financials. Be honest. Don't just put zeros because I'm going to send it back to you. And then I'll take a look. Okay? All right, man. Do you mind giving me an application? Just give me a second.